Hi everyone, it is Linda and I have today off and tomorrow off. So I am so excited that I am going to have the opportunity to film some of the things that I have been purchasing and receiving the last little while. So I'm going to start kind of in the back. Of course, this past year came out with some new beads for the Chinese New Year. And I already have the red lantern, but there were definitely a few other beads in the collection that I was wanting. And I already had one of these, and I wanted one more. And this is Charge Forward, which is just a beautiful red. I am trying to expand my glass bead collection from OHM, just different colors. And this is just a classic, just gorgeous, deep red shade. Is called Breakthrough, and I really got a beautiful, spectacular one. Look at that. It's got just these swirls of, I don't know if you'd call that purple or if it could be almost like a cobalt blue, but it's got just these beautiful swirls of this other color going through, and then it's got like that gold flake or gilding just interspersed throughout. So this one is Breakthrough. This is from the camping collection, and OHM released this huge collection last fall. Like, I still want that lantern and the OHM ball and the monkey fist. And I also love Call Out and Explore. Just so many tempting things there. And one of the beads that I wanted, this particular glass bead here is called Camp Walden. And to me, it just totally gives off fall, and even in some cases or some ways, Halloween vibes. But like, I want to say autumn, fall is my favorite season. And I wanted just some more in that particular color range from OHM. And again, another one from the camping collection. And this particular bead here is called Bar None Ranch. And again, just going for those autumn, fall, Halloween vibes here. You'll see a theme to some of the things that I purchased from this sale. I'm gonna go and open this one. Now this, I already know what's in the box just from the box itself. And this is the CHRYSALIS dangle bead from OHM. I already have that beautiful butterfly bead from OHM. You see it a lot in my OHM bracelet designs. You see it a lot in designs with that particular bead, with, beautiful elf beads or troll beads that I have in my collection. That butterfly from OHM is just exquisite. And I wanted to get the CHRYSALIS as well from this collection. Someday I hope to also get the caterpillar. So this is just the lovely CHRYSALIS bead, and it is just beautifully detailed. I am going to open what's in here next. Let's see what we have. Oh, this one. Actually, no, it's not the same on the front and back. I was showing you the back there. So the front obviously has the clock face. So the back, it's like a lot of times you just don't even realize the detail OHM puts into the beads until you just really look at them up close. It has the winding mechanisms for the clock, which is just amazing. But this particular bead, just with the loss I've experienced the past few years, you know, the loss of both my mother and father, you know, my mother-in-law a few years before that, and then just most recently my father-in-law this past month and a half, seeing my kids grow up. This particular bead is just so meaningful as far as, you know, time flying. And the wings themselves are movable, you know, where they actually, you know, are something you can play with. But this is just such a lovely, lovely, lovely bead. Just beautiful meaning behind it. One that I am absolutely going to love styling. Okay, so we have a beautiful glass bead. This is tossed aside, and again, totally fall, autumn vibes here. What I love about it, and you can kind of see it really well from that angle there, is it reminds me of pumpkin pie. It definitely has like a deeper color towards the center of the bead, and then it gets a little lighter on the outside edges, and then it just has like those lighter little stripes just going throughout the bead around its whole circumference. So here are like these particular beads. Like I am getting total fall vibes just from these glass beads alone. This is one that I wanted from the moment OHM released it, and I really hope you can see the detail here. This is Little Red Riding Hood, and what is wonderful about this particular bead is that Little Red Riding Hood, she's not this submissive little girl that you know, has to rely on someone to rescue her. She is completely capable, and she rescued herself, and she is wearing that big bad wolf as a cape. And what's really cool is this little detail, like she must have done something to that wolf because that wolf's tail is tucked between its legs. But she is kind of a little badass there. But yeah, she's got her little basket that she was carrying to take to Grandma, and now she is just proudly wearing the big bad wolf as a cape. So I just think this is just a good reminder that as a woman we can do anything that we set our minds to. And we can definitely rise above any circumstances that come our way. So I wanted this bead kind of as a reminder of that, and also to have on my dark fairy tale bracelet theme that, you know, I want to put together. So that is Little Red Riding Hood. I'm excited to actually be able to have a necklace from OHM. We definitely need, as bead collectors, I think more ways to style and wear our beads. And I love that the ball, you know, kind of catches. So this is Poochkin, and I wanted Poochkin. he reminds me of Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And look how just wonderfully detailed he is. Like, you can see his little teeth and his little snout, his little tongue hanging out there. He's definitely kind of, you know, just got this almost hyper, you know, running around. Like, if you remember Emily's video where her little poodle is just running around and just totally winds her leash completely around Emily, like through all those fall leaves. Like, that is probably one of my favorite videos of Ella. Just the sheer joy that you see with Ella and Emily as Ella runs through the leaves and totally winds that leash around her. This is kind of like that manic energy that Ella has, and I just think Ohm just conveyed that in a bead. And it just reminds me, you know, it reminds me of that moment. So totally sweet. Okay, so this is a bead that I already own, but I wanted a second one. And this came all the way from Australia. I had two things coming from Australia. This is Birthday Cake, and this bead is just fabulous. It is so versatile. I mean, here's the side profile. It is definitely not a transparent bead at all. And it's got all these little flecks of, you know, just like confetti that you put on a cupcake. Just this beautiful white base, and it's got oranges and yellows and blues and greens and purples and pinks. I mean, it definitely is going to play well with so many other beads. This bead, to me, is a bead that just epitomizes Ohm beads. This is the gorgeous, voluptuous Bead Fairy. And, you know, she's kind of posing with her hand behind her head there. She flaunts it. I mean, she is confident. She flaunts those curves. She's got little shoes on. I mean, her little underwear, I'm hoping my camera picks up on it here. Her little underwear has the Ohm symbol on it, like just all over her underwear. And she's just got little wings. And I mean, who doesn't need a bead fairy in your life? I need a bead fairy. I do have a couple bead fairies that have helped me. You know, I have some very, very good friends that have all helped me find things on occasion. So, you know, this bead represents all of them, and I think also just epitomizes Ohm. I love her. Yeah, this is one of the Beasties, and I just realized I took out the little insert for the bead. I've been putting them away in a little protective sleeves. But of course, this is how the Beastie is packaged. It comes with like this little bottle here, and when you open the bottle, you see the Beastie. And this here is QWIVER. I already had one Beastie, and I wanted to have another Beastie. And, you know, just the story behind the Beasties that I do have, like they, again, are all so meaningful. I don't know if you guys read the meanings behind the beads like I do on the Ohm website, but, you know, a lot of times the beads themselves will speak to me just because they're beautiful. But then when I actually read the meaning behind it, like that's when it seals the deal. And so this is QWIVER, and you know, he is just beautifully detailed all the way around. He's got his little tail there, and you can just see all the detailing in his fur. And let's see, I'm gonna go for this box here. This box, as you can see, has all these beautiful glass beads. So let's see what we have here. So this is PINKBERRY, and again, just trying to expand the collection of glass beads from OHM and the colors that I have. So this is just PINKBERRY. Let's see what this one is. Okay. So to match PINKBERRY, I also wanted to get the beautiful COSMO bead. And this one I just love. You can see like the little bubbles throughout. And this one almost has like an ombre effect when you look at it next to, you know, PINKBERRY. PINKBERRY is more of a solid pink. This one, the COSMO, kind of looks like the drink itself, liquidy, and has the bubbles, those effervescent bubbles going throughout. So that's the beautiful COSMO. Let's see what we got here. Okay, and then this one, I believe, is going to be Galaxy. And this one has those beautiful, in fact, I'm just gonna take these two off so we can focus on this one a little bit. This one has like little iridescent flecks that, depending on the way the light hits it, like you can see little greens and like teal blues. So it's got like that dark blue base, and then it's got all these iridescent flecks that go green, teal blue, in some cases like a lilac color. It's just very pretty. Just a very, very pretty bead. So that is Galaxy. And then the last bead, this one, Deep Fade. I'm just double checking. Yeah, this is Deep Fade. And this one, I believe, was released around the fall, like Halloween. It kind of has that purple with a little bit of red going throughout it. So it kind of morphs from one color to the next. And so this one I can see, you know, definitely being used on a Halloween bracelet, but also I think it'll pair well. Where is, oh, I have it on my drop necklace. Like, I think it'll pair well even like with the Charge Forward, with that beautiful red there. So I have one other box here, and let's see, this one does contain again a limited edition. This one is Liquid Time, mystery project perhaps, with very similar to Time Flies, you know, just again so meaningful. This one, you know, particularly with, you know, time slipping away like water through our fingers, and you can kind of see, you know, that in silver, perfectly captured that feeling just with the artistry that they have with the bead itself. Like, the bead itself seems to be melting and just in movement. They managed to capture that feeling so well. And of course the back, you know, has what looks to be hands trying to hold, you know, the time and capture it forever, but of course we can't do that. This is Released Tension, and this bead to me just looks so spooky and eerie. I just think it's spectacular, the way it just swirls. Like, I love beads that have something going on in the bead itself, and this bead just, I don't know, it just looks eerie and spooky to me with the way that you almost capture I don't know if it's the fog or mist, you know, whatever you want to call it, but it just evokes like such a vivid imagery in me of something that could possibly come out to, you know, spook you or something like that. And then this bead I wish I would have bought 2 of. This is Spark of Life, and this one has like a, it almost looks, I mean, when you look at it head on, it's this beautiful gray color, but then when you look at it like up close like this, like it has like creams and vanillas in it along with like that lighter gray, and then it's got this crackle effect over it that just brings it to life. Right, I'll have a Serious Wish maybe. Okay, yes, I know I ordered a Serious Wish in Galaxy. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, since I'm shooting this, I'll definitely put the name below. This is either a Serious Wish or Galaxy, and the one I showed before is either Galaxy or a Serious Wish. But this one seems to have more of a black base, and this one, it kind of reminds me of big fat snowflakes, like falling in the sky. And of course you've got all that beautiful twinkle or shimmer going throughout the bead itself. But this just reminds me of almost like if you're a Star Wars fan, when it shows them jumping into hyperspace. And that's, you know, if you've ever driven through a Colorado blizzard at night, this is what that looks like too, with all those big fat snowflakes hitting your windshield where you can barely see ahead of you. But I knew I wanted to have this particular bead as well. So let me show those 2 beads together so you can see. And I will definitely post somewhere, you know, down here which one each of these is. Have this one, and again, total fall vibes here. This one is Sticky Teeth, and this one just again makes me think of caramel apples, you know, caramel in general, hot apple cider, just beautiful colors swirled throughout. So much movement captured in this particular bead, with just that swirl pattern that goes throughout. And then the last bead that I purchased is this one, and this one is called Thanks a Lot. And again, total fall vibes here. This one I'm looking forward to styling on my red whip bracelet, and this one just is a beautiful, it has beautiful reds and golds and aquas, greens, and then all those beautiful CZs throughout. Like, this is a really magical one that OHM came out with. So that, guys, I'm sure this is a super long video by now. That is my 4th of July haul. There's basically everything kind of fall related on a rod. So hope you enjoyed, and hope you guys are having a great weekend. Bye.